Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an LHMTV. It's a Tier 8 British light tank. It's located on the south spawn of Mines Encounter, and it's under the command of the BassmanFromHell. Now, I'm afraid he was trolled in this game, and he's being trolled by the one right next door to him, the SU-12244 Steenuil. Game starts. Well, that player is rather keen that Bassman caps to win this game rather than fighting it out. And so Bassman, being a good player, wants to win by killing all the enemy, doesn't necessarily want to cap out. But yeah, that player has other ideas and he starts trolling Bassman. Well, Bassman's made it straight to the cap area. Seeing it's an encounter game, it is all about capping actually, but he's not going to stay in the cap area. He's going up to the advantage point where he's going to get shots on the enemy. He's got the 85mm gun, which as you can see here is capable of doing 230 alpha. It comes up as 83.4, but in the wiki it says it's 85mm. He's sitting in this bush, and from this position he can use the bush mechanic on some of the enemy as they get close, but they can't see him, but he knows where all of them are. And they are now capping. He's going to use this to his advantage. Puts around into the rear of the Panther. As I said, 230 alpha, that was a high roll. Can he do the same again? Probably. The Panther backs up. Unfortunately the building's in the way now. Actually, loading an HE round would probably be the best thing, because it would actually knock the building down, and then he could use an HE round for the very next shot on the Panther, and he gets another reset. But the T-25AT, which is a Tier 7 American non-turreted tank destroyer, decided to put a round into him instead, and he's got the 90mm gun, but he didn't last very long, so only one shot, but he's lost 249. Now it appears that the enemy didn't get the hill, and here comes the troll. And you can see the troll is trying to put Bassman into the cap, when Bassman is playing this game to try and win. And look, he's just being shoved about because he's a lightweight vehicle by this TD who really ought to know better. And I'm afraid if he carries on like this, he's going to make a lot of enemies. Well, Bassman's going to dance around him because of course he's got the manoeuvrability and the agility. Fires around in there, but when he tries to pull back, what happens? The SU-12244 tries to troll him again and push him into the cap circle. I mean, he's not in the cap circle, so why is he bothering about Bassman? And Bassman gets trolled again. So I'm afraid Wargaming, you do need to give the driver of this SU-12244 a kind of suspension for not playing by the rules, and he's certainly not playing by the rules, and neither is that 43 but I think he was doing that accidentally. And oh, now Bassman's got really upset, and now he's trying to block the SU-12244, and well, that doesn't really do you any favours. And now he's going to return the favour by trying to push you about, and he avoids it by driving away. But every time he does that, you see, he gets spotted. There's a potential he could get one-shotted out of the game by, yeah, that's what I was thinking might happen. And now he's lost virtually all of his hit points, and the SU-12244 is trying to keep him out of the cap. This is really getting ridiculous. Steenuil was the one who actually got him spotted there, and that's why he lost all of his hit points. They are winning the game by killing the enemy. They don't need to troll anyone. But this SU-12244 is just being a complete and utter dimwit. And of course Bassman can run rings around here, but of course he's more vulnerable, rather, not vulnerable, much more maneuverable. But Bassman lost all of his hit points down to that idiot in the SU-12244. Unfortunately that was a non-pen, and he gets into cover quickly because he was spotted, and here comes that idiot in the SU-12244 again, And he now rams the P43 turret. Thank goodness that team damage is not in the game, because I think that Bassman would have been dead ages ago if that was the case. But the Bassman's not going to stay in the cap area, not by a long chalk. And in fact, he's just going to drive out of the cap area the first opportunity he gets. And that will just wind up the SU-12244 even more. Hopefully he won't be in the game for much longer. I think he just got hit by the Arty and he's lost a lot of his hit points. But the Bassman wants the team to win by killing all of the enemy. And the best way to do that is to shoot them. And here comes the enemy SU-152. And I think he's going to take out our SU-12244 idiot. Well, at least the Arty's trying. And Bassman's pulling away to see if he can get shots on that guy, take him out of the game that way. Nice one, 222. A low roll, but it's a hit. And then he's just come around the corner and there's an E75 close by. Don't get too close to him because, yes, he can be quite dangerous. And, yes, the troll is there. Now, hopefully the troll will get taken out by the E75. And he is taken out of the game by the SU-152. So at least there's some justice. The troll is dead. There goes the SU-152, which means now there's only 4 enemies remaining. They can win this game by killing all the enemy. In fact, actually, Bassman's now picked up a medal for patrol duty for spotting the enemy, and he's trying to get around into the T30, but he's actually behind the rock. Oh, only 4 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Well, they've blocked the cap because the E75 got into the cap just at the last second. In fact, he's saying now he's going to report the SU-12244. And now he can get a shot into that E75. He's not looking this way. Yes, he gets one in. In fact, now he's a 2-shot. And there goes the E75. There's only 1 enemy left, and in fact actually they capped out because when the E75 was killed, that was the last remaining enemy blocking the cap, and they won by base capture. They could have won by killing all the enemy, and that would have earned them a lot more XP all round. So very interesting battle from both perspectives. They won the game, but they were frustrated by one of their own teammates, that damned SU-12244 driver. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And here's the end of battle results. It was the second class tank for the BassmanFromHell in the LHMTV. He also got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, and a 5-throw effect for doing more damage to the hit points of his own vehicle. His win rate was 2778. There was no patrol duty at the end. I don't understand why he didn't get it, because it came up and said that he was the only one spotting at least 6 enemy vehicles whilst they were damaged. The SU-14-2 on the enemy team got a Confederate. The E-75 got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, 4,235 hit points. We can see that Bassman, well, he was fairly high, but not high enough to actually get any medals. When it came to kills, he didn't get any kills at all, but he was prevented from doing so by the idiot in the SU-12244. P43 did get a Confederate in that game. He was given free time to actually get hits on the enemy, and of course Bassman was being constantly trolled by the SU-12244. When it came to base XP, well, he's actually in 4th place overall. The Scorpion G got the best with 953, the Brass 935, the GW Panther 930, and then we've got BassmanFromHell with 889. Where is the troll? Right down at the bottom. He only got 168 hit points of damage on the enemy, no kills, and 433 XP, basically just for turning up. But yes, this is the idiot. And let's have a check and make sure that this is his real identity, because sometimes they use the anonymizer. Yep, this is the real player. He's actually got a fairly good rating. You'd have to wonder why he's being such a dummy. You know, Steenuil, you need to take a chill pill. 73,246 battles, and you still haven't learned that the team earns more XP if they win the battle by killing all the enemy. Now, winning by capture is just as valid, but it's far better to actually kill all the enemy, especially if you can do so. And at the point that the trolls started trolling, they were winning. They were already winning. So not very good for this person. I suggest that you contact the honey badgers and tell them that they've got an idiot in their clan. Obviously, it's not going to do the clan any good if they get a reputation for having real numpties and muppets like him who actually go around attacking their own teammates. You're not doing any favours to the clan by doing that. You're actually just giving the clan a bad reputation. So I do hope that BassmanFromHell reports this guy and tells everyone how stupid he happens to be. Let's have a look at the end of battle results though from the details. He fired 11 shots in this game, got 9 direct hits, 8 penetrations, damage of 1,824 hit points, of which 456 were at more than 300 meters. He received 3 hits from the enemy, 2 penetrations, 2 hits by way of splash damage. Yes, it was all down to the troll that he got spotted and fired at. If he'd been up there on his own, he wouldn't have been spotted. He would have just kept using the bush mechanic and taking the enemy, tearing them to pieces. He spotted 4 enemy vehicles, damaged 5 of the enemy, didn't get any kills, but he got 1,220 hit points of spotting assist, and he got 41 capture points actually, as well as 6 defense points on the cap. On a premium count, he earned 35,832 credits, but after repairs, ammunition resupply and consumables, and yes, he did use the large packs, I'm afraid he ended up with a loss of 19,384 credits. He didn't use much in the way of premium ammo, really didn't need to, but he was getting good results with standard rounds. 1,333 XP, no multipliers, that's all he took away. But I think what we take away from this is that there is a troll, and he's an idiot, and maybe somebody should report him to the honey badgers and let them know so that they can disavow him and get rid of him before he does something that brings them all into question. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.